ghouls and goblins, and welcome to the program. I'm so delighted you could join me, Morticia,
It's really just me, Stacy.
for a perfectly horrid room tour. Today we'll be exploring the living room, with all of its quirks and eccentricities. This year I decided to go with a Sleepy Hollow theme, and I am just pleased as punch with how it turned out. Well, let's start at the beginning. Here is what it looked like before. As you can see, there's lots of blues and grays, and it's pretty basic. There's not one strong prevailing theme in this room, but it's great for our family. All 5 of us fit on that couch for movie night, and we love it. I started with the picture ledge area. I wanted it to be spooky primitive, a mix between Disney's animated classic, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad,
The Disney animated Sleepy Hollow,
and the Tim Burton version of Sleepy Hollow. For me, that kind of translated into like simple colonial meets gothic, and lots of cozy blankets too. So let's check it out. Target dollar spot, I can't remember, $3 or $5, one of the two, but it really appeals to me as part of that primitive part of this decorating. Just as this appeals to me, that branchy dark tree, as part of the goth part of the decorating. So yeah, primitive goth, right? I found these at Walmart for like $3 each. That's how I hooked it up there. I did a very janky job. Yep, and I attached it to the back of that frame. And yep, it fell. And I stuck it back up there and kind of snugged it in, if that's a word. I think it turned out great. And then I also put up several of these pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree. So, worked out fabulous. Love these cozy blankets. I feel like they add so much warmth to the room because it's kind of a gray-blue room, and so this really falls it up, adds all that warmth. Next is the TV stand area. Kind of spoiler alert here. I treat this area like a mantle because I do not have a fireplace mantle.
Can you believe it?
It's a travesty. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I don't shy away from DIYs. But installing a fireplace mantle seems like something I would try to do and end up on Help, I Wrecked My House.
Yep.
Anywho, let's check out how I did this bad boy. I'm so bad at staying in this Morticia character. I'm too smiley. This is a table runner that I got from Home Goods, and I love it because it's perfectly primitive. It would go over nicely between Halloween to Thanksgiving if you decorate for Thanksgiving. And I'm using these. I'm trying to hide the cord, my TV cord. So I'm like, hey, I'll put some cornstalk looking stuff in front of it. That'll work, right? You guys, this worked great. I didn't even have to attach it to anything. It just stood there. And there's my headless horseman, because, you know, Sleepy Hollow, you gotta have the headless horseman, and some branchy trees behind them. This side is more gothic side. I didn't do this intentionally, but it turned out one side's kind of the goth side and one side's kind of the colonial side. And yes, I am actually watching the headless horseman as I'm decorating. And when I say watching the headless horseman, I mean the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. So I also added some candlesticks and pumpkins and some leaf garland. This is from the Dollar Tree. I have had this for many, many years. And a string of lights. The problem I have with string lights is that I pack them away with my holiday decorations and I forget to take the batteries out, and then they explode and get all gross and look like a biohazard in there with all my decorations. So this year I am going to remember to do that. remove those batteries. Now this is my wax warmer to make this whole room just smell delightful. I liked it because it looked like a lantern, right? Isn't that perfect? I think it looked great with this stuff. And this is the first year Charlie's 5 where I feel comfortable putting something like this out within her reach. Now it's time for the end tables. I like to keep them pretty simple because they are high traffic areas. I don't want them completely covered with
Knickknacks and things.
In fact, we have a coffee table in our living room, but I never decorate it because usually the girls eat breakfast there every morning. So I gotta keep it usable. You will see that I like to repurpose things and I love Goodwill finds. I usually leave the price tags on because I am oddly proud of a great thrift store find. I know a lot of people are proud of their nice things, like their nice clothes and cars and stuff like that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if you worked hard to earn it or someone gave it to you who was very important to you. I think that's great. But I've just always been more proud of a great find. I'm like,
look how much I saved!
Anyway, here's the end tables. This is a blanket I got from Home Goods. I think it's so cute with the haunted houses all over it. I ended up doing it differently than how I'm doing it here, but you know how it is. You put it down, you take it off. Taking out my beach chair lamp and replacing it with that little wooden one. And adding some Goodwill pumpkins. Yes. Oh, so much Goodwill, guys. You have no idea. And this is from my, actually, that little piece of burlap with the lace is from my Easter decorations. There's a little plate that I put on the bottom. I use that as a coaster, actually. But I love that orange thing in the back. That's from Goodwill, but it's like a candle holder. But it looks so like handmade. I think someone made that. And then here's another little plate, which we use as coasters. And I wasn't lying, guys. I told you, so much Goodwill. And I think this one you can see the tag on it too. And I just leave them on there. This is a picture I got from Kohl's a couple of years ago on clearance, and a bouquet of flowers from Walmart that I just stuck in there, and it adds a nice height to this table, I feel like. And I also got a new lamp for this table because the other one was broken, so yay! So I got some creepy cloth to put on this lamp. I'm also taking great care to make sure it's not too close to the light bulb because fire is scary, right? Well, guys, I think that's about all we could do in this room. I did want to hang a vintage-looking Sleepy Hollow sign on that wall. I don't have one, and I think that'll just be something I have to look into for next year. I've seen a lot of really cool ones on Pinterest and Etsy and Home Goods, and they're all kind of expensive. And my husband does do that wood-burning stuff, so maybe he'd make me one. I don't know, we'll see. But overall, I am just so happy with how this turned out. I will probably do this theme again next year. You never know. But I love it so much, I'll probably do it again next year. So let me show you the finished product. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video with me, Morticia. I'm the worst Morticia. I'm too smiley. But I had a great time. This wig is shedding like nobody's business. $4 just doesn't buy the wig that it used to, I guess. But thank you so much for joining us. Love you so much. And see you next time. I'm the worst Morticia. I'm too smiley.